Okay, so this amazing beauty from Vaillant, the Green IQ. I installed this boiler back in 2022. This is the second service that I've come out to do now. And we're just going to do the usual routine service. We've got everything ready for it. My cane manometer, gas flow analyzer, Stanley Fatmax bag that I've started to like now, now that I'm getting used to the layout of it. It's difficult to find the best service bag. Everybody uses different bags, but for now I'm using this. I've got all the relevant tools, including my multimeter in there, and the torque ratchet, all the silicons, air duster, manual U gauge if I need to use it. And yeah, we'll make a start on it. Condensate trap is not too dirty, and we need to open this baby up to have a look as well. It's got a hive connected to it. So yeah, we'll make a start. So let's have a quick look inside of it. I've got the front cover removed, just carrying out a quick visual inspection. So it's got the Vaillant pump, gas valve, normal typical setup in here. The only additional thing you may find is a shock arrestor that this boiler comes as a built-in item. So that's a shock arrestor for it. A huge expansion vessel, but look at the size of this main heat exchanger. It's absolutely enormous. Let me just show you from the side. The heat exchanger is actually sticking outside, and look at the size of this cover on it as well. This is a 42 kilowatt. So it's a Ecotech exclusive 843. So let's have a quick look at some of the functions on it. So again, this video is for installers only and trainee engineers under supervision. Okay, so we go into the installer level. Let's have a quick look to see if there's any faults on it. So no faults present. We go to test program. We can check program. So if you go in there, we can do our P01s, 00s and 02. So P00 is pump kind of purging mode. So pump's just cycling one way or the other. P01 will be maximum load. P02 is minimum load. P04 reset, so adjustment valves, so central heating. And then filling mode, when you fill in the system, that moves the diverter valve into mid position, as it says. It's got all sorts of settings on this one, and then it comes back to P00. In the function menu, again, you can test different components by just activating them from here. So as you can see, T01 says internal pump on it, so we can select that. Currently it's off, there's no demand, and it's showing us how many litres per minute is pumping, which is off obviously, so it's 0. We can turn it on from here, and I'm not sure whether you can hear, but the pump now is on, and the screen confirms how many litres a minute is pumping. So the pump came on. Next is T0, let's cancel that. So next is T02, so that's a 3-way valve. It's on heating currently. Let's move it to domestic hot water. I'm not sure whether you can hear it or not, but I can, so it's moving from one to another. Back to heating. So basically diverter valve, which is just there, the motor is moving, switching its position from one to another. Let's just put this hinge back in its right slot. Okay, cancel that. And next one here is T03, so that's a fan. Let's turn the fan on. Select. It's currently off. Going at. So that's T03, T04 if we had a charging pump for the cylinder or a circulation pump as well as an external pump. We could have activated those as well. And you can actually turn the burner on. So when you select it, it's off and it's at 22 degree. Let's turn it on. That's the fan. Ignition, and it's moved from 22 to, as you can see, it's rising in temperature. So it also confirms that your burner is on. You can also do the electronic self-test on it as well if we activate that. That's in progress. And that was successful. So yeah, there's all sorts you can do to these boilers. Diagnostic menu will be all D codes. And if you came out to it and you were a new engineer and you haven't installed this boiler or commissioned it before, you can just start with starting assist and it will just talk you through it. Okay, so let's have a look how we wired it about 3 years ago. Well, 2 years ago, 2022 is when we installed this boiler. Let's see if we removed or left the 24 volt contact. It's got Hive connected to it, as you can see the base there. Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, so as you can see, 24 volt contact loop was removed and it's wired through the RT connection. So that's the PCB for this particular beast. And as you can see, I've only used a 5-core cable and I looped a live from here instead of looping it from there. So now basically the black is going to one side of the normally open switch, and grey is coming back from the other side of the same normally open switch. If you have any questions on that, just let me know. Okay, so our Flue analyzer is ready. What we're going to do is we're going to activate high rate on maximum demand. We want to install a level. Okay, test programs, check programs, P01 is maximum load. So that's activated and we will just check the readings. Put the cover back on and get readings. Okay, so boiler's set to maximum load, still ramping up. See, it's got P01 maximum load activated. And that's perfectly fine. So because isolated both valves, and we're ready to do a quick inhibitor check and the water quality. So let's just undo. First, and although this filter is full of water, no water's coming out, as you can see. Just let me know in comments, why might that be? Now the filter is full of water and it's got an open end, but there's not water coming out. So why could that be happening? And I'll just confirm that the filter is full. Do want to hold this underneath, but let's just see. And that may be why there was no water coming out. Put this to one side. I'm going to empty out, I'm going to remove the magnet, inspect and clean if needed. And I'm also going to allow the water to set in here, and then we can have a look at the quality. Let's just have a quick glance. Looking nice and clear already. And I'm going to do a quick inhibitor check using the Vaillant inhibitor test kit, and that should tell us whether we need to top up the inhibitor or not. Let's just have a quick look at the filter and see what's stuck to the magnet. No bad at all. So we'll clean that and put it back together. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look at this. To me, it's nice and clear. Number one. Number two, if it requires the protector to top up. Number three, if it was murky, then they would recommend a filter. Now this installation already has a filter and the protector. And if it was really mucky that you couldn't see down it and couldn't see that sign right at the bottom, then it would require a filter, cleaner, possibly power flush, and then a protector. We're going to give this a bit of time and see once it's changed colour, and then we're going to match it with the colours on this side and see what we find. So inhibitor level, according to our test, is low or non-existent in here. They may have drained the system for some reason. So we're going to top it up, because we need to be in this range, 100 or 150, and our test strip should show us this colour. So we're just going to top it up. Easiest way to put it in here is just to top it into the filter and retest, and that'll do the job. Okay, so I've topped up the inhibitor on the system for a bit, got some more water out of the system now. I'm just going to repeat the test. So dry off the excess liquid off it, and then within 10 seconds just compare. So I think we are perfectly fine now compared to what it was before. If I can find the test strip, which is just here. Possibly changes colour after a while, but so this is how we found it initially. We topped some inhibitor on a serviced, and it's perfectly fine now. Okay guys, so full service is done. We've got a new service sticker on. And just as a recap, so a quick visual inspection was carried out. Did all the functional checks on the boiler, as I showed in the video as well. Checked the pump, fan and all the rest of electronic testing. That was carried out. The water hammer arrestor or shock arrestor, opened that up, rinsed that to make sure there's no blockage in there, so that's all clean. Checked the expansion vessel, that was perfectly fine, didn't require topping up, so that's sorted. Gas rated it, everything's perfectly fine on that. Gas flow analyzer test for both combustion analysis and the flue integrity, spot on. Check the inhibitor level and water quality. Inhibitor level was very low, so topped it up. And that's about it really. Everything else is working perfectly fine. It's only a 3 years old boiler, in fact 2022 to 23 and 24, 2 years old boiler. I think it was Feb 2022 when it was installed, if I remember correctly. So it doesn't require the whole combustion chamber opening up and burner inspections and stuff like that. Readings are perfectly fine. And what happened to this particular boiler is a year later or 6-7 months later, the main heat exchanger for some reason got blocked on this. So there was a warranty call and I think there was something wrong with that heat exchanger. So Vaillant came out and they changed the heat exchanger at that time. So I said the heat exchanger is a year and a half old possibly. So that's the reason I've not opened it up on this occasion, to clean it all out internally. It's brand new, near enough. We'll possibly look at that when the combustion readings go a bit down, or on the kind of third or fourth inspection and service, and then going forward kind of do it regularly every year. So that's all good. The water quality is great, so I didn't bother with the water sensor on it, because normally if this old boiler on every service I just open the sensor up as a habit and clean it. On this one everything is spot on, working great, so there was no need to do that. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please do ask, and keep an eye on the channel for some amazing gas and electrical videos. Take care, bye.